Hello dear students, welcome to part 1 of the video series on political theory and introduction. So this is chapter 1 of book 2 of your grade 11 political science textbook. So the reason I have decided to go with book 2 first is because I believe that if once you get the idea of basic concepts of political science like equality, justice, nationalism, secularism, then only you can understand the book 1, that is about the Indian constitution. If you don't know these terms, then it's very difficult to explain the Indian constitution to you. So that is the reason I have decided this. Now, uh, here is so this chapter is like it says it's just an introduction. Okay, so try to keep your mind open and try to think of things from various perspectives. This chapter is important to help you understand how political thinkers think, correct, how to think in a political science way, and also to help you understand what is the range and scope of ideas that we discuss in political science. So for this reason, do not stress about like learning for exam or something. This chapter is more about understanding. So take it lightly and keep your brain working. Now, first is how are human beings different from other creatures? So human beings, they possess reason, and they possess ability to reflect on past actions, and they also have the capacity to use language for communication, correct. It's not like other beings cannot reason. Of course there is some kind of basic level of reasoning even among other beings, but humans have a high reasoning capacity, and we can think upon our past actions and learn from them, correct. And then the last is that we have complex you ability to use complex language. Like you have heard that even animals have certain kind of language through which they can communicate, but they can communicate simple thoughts like there is a danger ahead or there is food nearby. But humans, like currently what we are doing, I'm using language to discuss a complex idea like political theory to you. So that is what makes human beings different from other creatures. Now, uh, using language and our ability to reason and reflect on past actions, we can share our ideas and discuss about what is good. Okay, each one might have a different idea, and we can also disagree on what is good, correct. So, for example, a very basic example, for a customer, uh, a cheap product, good quality, but a cheap product will be called a good deal, correct. But for a seller or manufacturer, a good deal will be in which they get maximum amount of profit by investing minimum number of resources, correct. So the idea of good is very subjective. Now, this was a very basic idea, but like this Achhe Din, correct? When the Modi government was formed in 2014, the good days, na? Achhe Din will translate into good days. So the promise of good days was given. Now, certain people might feel that the good days have come, correct? Article 370 has been removed. The Ram temple in Ayodhya is being constructed, correct? But some people will say that good days have not come, correct. Lakhs of migrant workers are walking on roads. We are not doing enough for them, correct. There have been cases of political and religious violence in the past 4 or 5 years. So some people might say that these are not good days, but these are bad days. Now, Aristotle who was a Greek philosopher. I think there are three Greek philosophers about which you should know about. So first is Socrates, then comes Plato, and then comes Aristotle. Socrates was the teacher of Plato, and Plato was the teacher of Aristotle. I think if you have time, you should read on these three Greek philosophers. So, Plato was the most influential of them all. A lot of people have said that Plato is the beginning and end of Western philosophy. Every other idea is just a footnote to Plato. Now, Aristotle, he said that man is a political animal. You might have heard from others that man is a social animal, but that idea is not what Aristotle said. Aristotle said that man is a political animal. Human beings live in social groups and then we engage in politics. Now, what exactly is politics? So different people will give out different definitions of politics, political science or politics. For politicians, politics will mean public service, janta ki seva, correct? Serving the public. But some might say that politics is manipulating others to pursue your own goals, correct? So like we say that he or she is playing politics. No, we have office politics, we have classroom politics, we have even politics inside our family. So we say that somebody is manipulative, then we say that they're doing politics. Rajniti kar raha hai, correct? Now politics can also be said that politics is what politicians do. So lying, cheating, engage in corrupt practices. So for some people, politics can mean all these bad things also. So when you look at all this, so what is it exactly? Is politics public service or personal ambition? जनता की सेवा या खुद की सेवा? Correct? So of course it's not easy to define. For different people, it might mean different things. Now, can a society exist without some form of political organization and collective decision making? Now, can everybody pursue what they want without consulting with others? So the answer to this is that for a society to sustain itself, it must take into account the multiple needs and interests of its members. Correct? So while the industrialist or the business person might feel that we need to clear this slum area so we can build a big factory or mall there, we also need to take into account the need of the slum dwellers for a roof over their head. So that is why we need politics and collective decision making so everybody's needs and interests can be taken care of. Now, what do we study in political theory? So we study values and ideals. So what are they? A value is something you recognize as good and that you choose to have it in your life now, and you are willing to sacrifice other things for it. So the example I've given is value is like healthy food. Actually, if I make it more appropriate, value is living healthy. So, in order to live healthy, you will eat healthy food, correct? And you will sacrifice your taste for it. I know that healthy food can also be tasty, but like you will have to sacrifice somewhere on your junk food. Like you cannot eat junk food daily, McD and pizza for every day, all the meals, correct? So for living a healthy life, you can sacrifice some of your taste, correct? But an ideal is something that you recognize as good and you also want it in your life somewhere in the future, not now, and you are not willing to sacrifice for it now. So value is something that you want to achieve sometime later in life, and right now you are not ready to sacrifice something for it. So uh, So ideal can be like having a body like a fitness model. Like if you want six pack abs, eight pack abs, and everything, then you will need to have like a gym membership and very strict diet routine. And then for that you need to sacrifice your Netflix time, your like junk food habits. Like you will have to have extreme dietary restrictions for something like that. So for example, so that's why for being healthy, you might be ready to sacrifice fast food, correct? But for a well ideal of having a body like a fitness model is something that is which needs more drastic changes, and you are not ready to make that changes yet. So that is the difference between values and ideals. Of course, in the next few slides, I will explain in the terms of politics also. So So I need you now to think of examples of values and ideals which a society can have. Pause this video here and take your time to think about some of the values and ideals which a society can have. Right? So we talk about Indian values. So what are some of the Indian values which we have? What I can think of is that Indian value is like respect your elders, correct? Uh, Indian value is also about taking care of your friends and family. Indian value is also about respecting nature. Uh, it's also about celebrating as a group. So these are some of the Indian values. Also, some other values and ideals which a society can have. So, for example, society can have a value like uh, honesty. Right? People should be honest. But an ideal will be like living a life in which you never tell a lie. Correct? Satyavadi Raja Harishchandra, like, no, you never tell a lie. So, of course, that is a very drastic change. So, ideal is something you keep in your mind, but value is something which you follow every day. So, how can a society maintain its values and ideals? So, the answer is that by enshrining them in the constitution. So, if a society has certain values and ideals, then they will write those values and ideals in their constitution, and everybody will follow those values and ideals. So, political theory, that is the crux of this book, it deals with ideas and principles that shape constitutions, governments, social life in a systematic manner. So, in political theory, we discuss all those various ideas, values, and principles which help in shaping our constitution and the government. So, uh, political theory it helps to clarify the meaning of concepts such as freedom, equality, justice, democracy, secularism, and so on. Correct? So these are certain terms which you might have heard throughout your life. But when you discuss them in political science, then we need to go into details. And people say that the devil lies in the details. Once you explain and understand something in detail, then only you can understand the various problems that are associated with it. So, also in political science, we discuss the significance of principles such as rule of law, separation of powers, judicial review. So, these are some of the principles which we talk about under political theory. Now, this is the last slide in this video. So, I will want you to take this as your homework. You can do this in your journal. If you, I want you to to maintain a separate journal for political science. Do this activity. This activity is about like identifying the political principle or values which are applied in each of these following statements or situations. Now we'll see you in the next video where we'll discuss uh, why do we need to worry about political values and ideals if we have already written them in the constitution. So see you next time. Thank you.